The most important question you can ever ask yourself is, who am I? Underneath all the things that I should be and all the things that I've been taught to be, who am I? Because as I'm sure you're aware, if you ask someone this question, they will give you, oh, that's an obvious answer. My name is Lawrence. I'm a 20-year-old public speaker from Philadelphia. I'm a black man in America. I come from this kind of background. I grew up this way. I'm this religion. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. But who you really are isn't any of that. It's in here. It's the person underneath all of that. It's the soul or spirit. That's how a lot of religions describe it. You are not who you've been told to be. You are who you are. And in this video, I want to really get into something important. How do you get to know yourself? So, let us begin. This is you. And this is your world. This is everything you're around. So we can think of this as music, people you're around, social media, upbringing, life experiences, your job, your grades, how old you are, religion. And none of these things are bad, obviously. These are just all the things that we're around. These are all the things that we're told, you should go and get this degree. You should live this way. You should date this kind of person. You should fit into this box, or in this case, this circle. This is everything that you've been taught to be. And unfortunately, most people never spend time getting to know themselves. So they live based on the expectations and the pressure of the people, places, and situations outside of them. So this can look like they work a job that they hate because that's what their parents wanted them to do. They date somebody that they don't like because that's what society says your girlfriend or your boyfriend should look like this, talk like this, dress like this. If a man can't do X, Y, Z, you shouldn't date him. If a woman doesn't look like or do X, Y, Z, you shouldn't date her, and so on. There's all these shoulds. And the way that you get to know who am I is you question it. You look at all of this stuff honestly, and you say, yeah, this is all I know. Like, this is what I'm around, but what's out there? Like, what's out there? Like, this can't be all I know. America is only one country. There are so many different worldviews, there are so many different beliefs, there are so many different perspectives that if we keep ourselves stuck in this box, we never see. And the same thing goes with you, because as a baby, you're nothing and everything. You're a blank canvas and a painting at the same time. In other words, what this means is that you're not just a drop in the ocean, like I'm just little old me, little old Lawrence. I'm the ocean. I'm all of this in a drop. I am the cloud and the sky. I am the tree and the forest. I know that that sounds very metaphorical and vague. It's a concept that is hard to put into words. But simply, the simplest way I can explain it is you are whoever and whatever you decide to be. You can wake up one day and say, you know what? I've been listening to rap music my whole life. I want to listen to some country now. Or you could wake up and say, you know what? I've been trying to impress people on social media for the last 5, 10, 15 years, however long you've been on the app. I'm going to go outside and touch grass. You know what? My family has said that this is how we pray. This is how we worship. This is how we believe. I'm going to question that. Not that it's bad, not that what you've been raised and taught to believe is bad or anything, but I'm just going to see other perspectives. I'm going to see what else is out there. The people I'm around, I want to meet some different types of people. Like, I want to experience some different cultures. I want to see what is life like for people who come from different places. And there's so much more. Now, to make it practical, how do we do this? Like, how do we question what we've been taught? Because that's a hard thing to do. The way you do it is simple. At least for me, get yourself a journal. You got to spend some time asking yourself questions. You got to spend some time sitting down and writing out, why do I believe that? Who taught me that? Where did that come from? Where did I learn that? A lot of our insecurities and our fears and our doubts and the thing that we think, there's no way for me to do that. That's not possible. People like me don't succeed. People like me, you got to question that. You got to look at it and say, well, why was I taught that? Where did I learn that? Because I've never seen a baby come out the womb insecure. I've never seen it. I've never seen a baby come out the womb and say, you know what? Because of the color of my skin, I can't succeed. Never seen a baby say that. I've never seen a baby come out the womb and say, you know what? Because I'm a man or I'm a woman, I can't succeed and achieve this thing. Never seen that. You ask a 5-year-old, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be the president. I want to be an NFL player. I want to be an MVP basketball player. I want to go to the moon. I want to build a rocket ship. I want to be a scientist. They have these big, crazy dreams. Like, kids are delusional. And that's a great thing. But over time, what happens is all of these shoulds, all of these things about how you should act like this, you should be this, people like us do this, it puts you in this box of other people's expectations, and it traps you from seeing the fact that you're not the box. You're not just this limited single thing. You're so much more than that. And it's like a seed. The seed has the potential of a tree. And I know how weird this might sound to people who have never thought about this, but you don't have to be what everyone else wants you to. And it's scary to do that. Like, we all understand it on some level, but when you start questioning all of this, when you start saying, I'm going to explore some different music genres, I'm going to hang out with different people, I'm going to maybe question my religion, that's a real big one. I'm going to start questioning why my family raised me this way. I'm going to question the relationships I'm in. I'm going to question everything and figure out, underneath all of that, who am I? That means that we're going to have to let go of a lot of people, a lot of places, and a lot of things. So, let me draw that out for you. Because when you start being yourself, it means that all of the things that you realize that's not really me, you have to let it go. In other words, let's say this is you, and this is your best friend from 3rd grade, and you two have been best friends for your entire life. You've been best buddies, best pals. But you start getting to know yourself. You start sitting down, journaling. If you're If you're new to journaling or you don't know how to do it, link in the description. I have a journaling ebook. You can buy it on my website, lawrencecharris.com. It's 111 questions to help you get to know yourself. But back to the point. You start sitting down, you start journaling, you start questioning, why do I do these things? Why am I around these people? Who do I want to become? What kind of life do I actually want? And you realize that can't be hanging out with buddy over here no more. Because every time when you say, you know what, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to trade school. I'm going to start up my own business. I'm going to start up a barbershop. He says, no, that's not. Ooh, my throat just got clogged. But he says, no, why are you trying to do that? Why are you changing up? Why are you being different? Why are you trying to, I don't know, you think you're better than us and all these things. You got to cut that out. So by being yourself, it means that you have to let go of people because this is you now, right? And this is where you're trying to go. You're trying to go over here. You want to go to that next level life. You want to get the car. You want to get that high-paying job, go to college, start a business, become the first millionaire in your family, whatever. You're trying to go here. This is like next level you. We're going to say, all right, let me try to make this nice and good. This is you, right? You get a lot of money. You get the boyfriend or girlfriend. You have the big house. You go to college. This is the life you want over here. You got to let go of the people, the places, and the things that are holding you back and not aligned with that. Because everyone and everything that we're connected to keeps us tied to a version of who we thought we were, not who we really are. And I know that it's really painful to do because I've had to do it many times. When I decided that I wanted to pursue this business and start making these videos and really create the life I have now, it was 2024. That's when it like really kicked in for me. And I was working at McDonald's. Ended up dating one of my coworkers. Do not do that. Please don't date your coworkers. I know that as a teen or young adult, that's probably where you're going to meet them. But learn from my experience, not the smartest idea most of the time. But back to the point. Me and her ended up dating and everything was cool. It was fine and dandy until it wasn't. So a few months in, I started to realize like she had a couple of character qualities and character traits that I wasn't a big fan of. Now, as guys, we often think, but you know, I can help her, you know, I can fix her. Being delusional. But eventually, it became obvious that there's a difference between a personality trait and a deal breaker. And she had quite a few deal breakers. As painful as it was, I broke up with her and it ended up, it was a lot, man. It was just messy. So, the point I'm getting at is when you realize who you are and the life that you want and who you're becoming and you tap into that real potential, it often means, well, it doesn't often, but almost every last time, you're going to have to let go of people that can't come with you. You're going to have to let go of relationships, friendships. I've had to let go of blood family members because I realized that where I'm going, I can't be associated with you anymore. And that sounds very selfish. People will call you selfish when you start doing what is good for you and when you start doing what is right for you. And it can be really hard because you don't want to let go of aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters, cousins. It might even be your parents. However, you have to understand that when you start being your real authentic self, it's like water and oil. You can't mix with who and what you used to be. In the Bible, it says you can't put new wine into old wineskins. In other words, who you thought you were and who you actually are underneath all of the I should be this. I should work this job because that's what my family will approve of. I should pray this way and worship this way because that's what my family says I should do. I should do this. I should do that. I should dress like this. I should. But underneath all of that is who you really are. Who you really are is the person that's there when nobody's watching. The person that you truly identify with. It's not something that somebody can just say, just be yourself. Well, how? The how is by sitting down and asking yourself questions. And some of these questions are going to be very hard. They're going to be scary because questioning the way you were raised, questioning the way that you were taught to be, questioning all of that, it's a painful process. And it means letting go of a lot of ways you used to think. It means letting go of parts of who you thought you were. It'll feel like you're kind of getting stripped down and then built back up. So it's not that life goes from here up to here. It's not a straight path. It's a lot more like you start here with all of the shoulds, all the things you thought you have to be, and all the things you were told to be. And then you start questioning that, and then you get a little bit of awareness, and then it's like you dip down because, wow, I didn't realize that the way that I've been handling relationships is a result of what I saw mom and dad doing. I didn't realize that the religion I believed is only based on what I've been told, not on what I truly feel aligned to. It's like you let go of all of this back here, you dip down here, it feels like you're flatlining and you're having to rebuild yourself, and then you get up there. It's like you let go of everyone and everything that you thought you were. You start questioning that, and you realize I can be whoever I want to be if I'm willing to let go of who I thought I was. I have to let go of the old in order to embrace the new. It's kind of like a flashlight and the sun. We were raised and told that the flashlight is the sun. Like, this is the light. This is who you should be. This is who we were raised to be. This is what you were taught. But the sun is out there. You have to let go of other people's expectations of you. You have to be willing to let go of the idea that I have to make everyone else proud. You have to let go of the idea of I have to make everyone else happy. You have to let go of the idea of if I don't dress this way, or I don't have this thing, or I don't live this way, or I don't have that car or that job or that certain degree, then I'm not good enough. You gotta let go of what the world thinks of you. Spend some time asking yourself, well, what do I think of me? How do I want to live? What makes me happy? What makes me sad? What are my deal breakers in a relationship? Not what TikTok told you, not what Instagram told you, but what do I actually want? What kind of people do I want to date? What kind of job do I want? What kind of degree do I want? You got to ask yourself these questions, get to know the man, woman, or person in the mirror, and that is how you get to know the answer to the most important question you will ever ask yourself. Who am I? When you get to know yourself and you figure out, what do I want? Where do I want to go? And what do I need to do in order to get there? You realize that you're not who you are told you should be. You are whoever you decide to be. And you get to make that decision whenever you decide to. But once you make it, understand that it requires you to spend time alone, getting to know yourself, journaling, praying, reading, whatever works for you, and figure out, who am I underneath everything I've been told to be. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're looking for podcast guests or speaker for your school or youth organization, you can contact me at lawrence@lawrencecharris.com. For books and one-on-one coaching, link is in the description. Have a good one.